Alright, peace y'all. I was gonna do this video. I did the last one talking about crypto, and I've been doing good on crypto since then, but just, what was it? Not yesterday, but the day before, crypto just took like this huge crash. You know what I mean? Like crypto just took this huge crash, and it was, I was over like 100%. And then recently it just took this, woke up. Oh, first thing before I do this video, shout out to everybody that was pushing BitConnect, USI Tech, and all these other companies that was saying they was pushing Bitcoin, and these things, they turned out to be scams and Ponzi schemes, and they turned out to be bad. You know what I mean? So hopefully, shout out to all those people that was pushing those. And now that it's went bad, I hope you're taking the same energy that you were taking to get people to sign up for these things. I hope you're taking that same energy and you're using that same energy to help these people get their money back or rectify the situation and do whatever it is that they need to do. You gotta take that same energy you were saying to say, hey, check your inbox. Make sure you're taking that same energy to get the money back. And then also too, because I meant to speak on it in my first video, but it was just my opinion on the whole deal is if someone's coming to you and they saying, hey, you can sell your Bitcoin if you want to sell it or whatever, just give us some money and then we'll pay you back a little bit of money on your Bitcoin every such and such period of time. This is my personal principle, and you could take it for whatever it is. Anytime, or I can pretty much tell you, anytime somebody says, listen, invest money in this idea and I guarantee you're gonna get this amount back, that's a scam every single time. There is no such thing as an investment with a guaranteed return, period. There is no such thing as an investment with a guaranteed return. An investment always basically is gonna have risk. You understand what I'm saying? So when someone's saying, hey, just give us this pack, we're gonna sign you up for this package, and then you're gonna make this amount of money, just sign up for this package, then you're gonna make this, da 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 da. No, never take anything that, doesn't have no kind of risk. You understand what I'm saying? So, that's my principle for life. Just understand life is all about balance. For you to make money, you gotta put up life energy. Anytime somebody is offering you anything where you gotta put up, there's no risk, there's no work, you ain't got to put no sweat equity in, whatever it is, whatever amount of money it is, yeah, don't do it. And it shouldn't be because you feel like, oh man, I don't know, I looked at everything. It's just a spiritual thing. Like, look, that's not how I get my money, right? Now back to Bitcoin. So I had on my last one, I was doing pretty good, and actually following that, I was doing even better. I was up, my portfolio for crypto was up about, I was up like 125% or something. I was like been past double my money, right? And I had a post a while back where I was telling people, I was like, listen, I already done doubled my money. So what I had done was I took I was up 100% on my Bitcoin and just my portfolio in general. So I took my profits out. And I was like, look, if I take my profits out, that's basically like being at the casino. You're up a certain amount, and then you take your winnings off the table, and then you just play with the house money. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much where I was at a point. I had two reasons I was doing it. One, it was basically in the event of a crash or in the event of a dip. When you have a dip, say Bitcoin is at 10,000, and then it dips to about 800, 8,000 or something, you can buy against that dip. So if your position is 10,000, you go down to 800, you can put more money and you raise your position to, a higher number. So you can pretty much catch it at the bottom. That way, you always have reserves. It's like a military fight. You send out your original troops. What you have out there is your original troops. And in the event of a dip or the event of an opportunity, you send out your reserves. So what I had done, I had took out my winnings, right? And then I seen what I perceived. There was two things I did. One, I got into altcoins, and I was like, man, I want to get into altcoins. So I put in some of my profits back in, and then I signed up and I put some money over into altcoins. And I bought a few altcoins. I put myself in front of some bullets. They say it's two things in investing. They say you don't want to usually get in front of a bullet going up, right? And you don't want to catch a falling knife going down. And I caught a few bullets going up. And I remember I had posted about that for the people that follow, because I know I bought Tron. And as soon as I bought Tron, it went up 50%. Now, this is what I learned about altcoins, or at least I've learned about altcoins, but I have a different strategy with altcoins as I was doing my research, as I kind of went in. Because when I first went in, like what I was doing is, you know how you make a decision, right? So you're like, look, man, hey y'all, what's some good ones? I could do my quote unquote research, right? So I'm like, ooh, Tron looking good. This and that is looking good. But I'm like, all right, cool. Well, I'm gonna get on Tron. Let me think about that. Really I'd have made my decision already, right? But I'm talking to myself, let me do my research, right? But yeah, I'm looking, and then basically all you do is you just do confirmation bias, and you go around looking for information so you can justify what you wanted to do. So that's how I basically got in. I got three things. I got Ripple basically on, like I said, a little research I did with banking and basically buzz and popularity. And then I got Verge just because of the fundamentals on Verge. A lot of things that people were saying, it was like based on, it's like, oh yeah, look at this, it's hot. But I'm like, it's already going up. I'm trying to catch one of them trains where it's up 300%. You know, that's what made me get into Verge. I did minimal research on Verge, keeping it real, right? And then Tron, same deal, right? So after I was already in, Ashley Meek said, how do you know when to stop being greedy and pull your profit out? So you got to have a plan, Ashley. You have to have a plan. So before you go in, you have to have a plan. And that was something that I talked about in my first one. I'm like, look, man, if I could go through and double my money pushing buttons, you know, you got to be like, hey, bang, that's what I'm comfortable with. Like, for instance, when you go in, if you buy, let's say you take a position on Bitcoin, in the exchange, you can actually set it up. So you could, let's say you buy at 10,000. I'm just using this for clean numbers. Let's say you buy at 10,000. You can say, okay, listen, I bought at 10,000. I'm hoping to get 20%, 50%, 30%, however much you want to get. And I can't lose any more than 20%. So you could buy at 10,000 and you could say, look, I can't lose no more than I'm putting in $1,000. I can't lose no more than 200. That's too much for me. So immediately, as soon as you buy, you can set it to sell. If it goes down 20% and goes from 10,000 to 8,000, you can set it to just auto sell. You understand? And you can set it to sell a certain amount if you reach your 30% goal. So if it gets to 13,000, you can set it to automatically take profits and give me that 30%. You understand? So now that you've done that, if it drops down, even if it drops down to your original stop point, you're not going to lose as much. So it's really about having a plan beforehand and then mixing that plan with, you know, how you feel at the time. A lot of people say stick to your plan, but that all depends on you. But I would say the best answer to your question is having a plan, right? Now, as far as and again, I forgot the disclaimer. Man, I ain't no expert. I am an amateur. That's what this is about. We all amateurs. Those of y'all, whoever is doing this, I've invested light into some stocks. You understand what I'm saying? But you said may have missed some of this in your other video. I use Coinbase and Binance right now. So Binance is what I use for my altcoins. It's some coins. I was looking at 10X. It's not on there, so you gotta kind of have different ones. But I use Coinbase. That's where you buy them, and then I use Binance to get, because Coinbase only has, I believe, the other top four, with the exception of Ripple. It has Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin, which I have positions in all of them. And then I have positions in 3 more altcoins. All right, now back to, what was I on? I was talking about, my altcoin journey. So I bought these 3. I go out, I do my quote unquote research. Really, I made my decision. I look for information to confirm my bias, right? And I'm measuring it heavily from just kind of buzz and speculation. You know what I mean? And as I was holding these things, first it went up. Actually, like I said, my bad. He would call me as soon as I go. It went up. And when it went up, I was like, damn, I was looking at it. I'm like, man, when should I sell? Should I take these profits? But then I'm looking, I'm kind of listening, I'm watching videos, doing all kind of things. I'm like, man, I want to hold long term on these, you know, because that's usually my thing is like, look, let me hold long term. But what I realized, I had to ask myself. So there's a platform, and I still haven't invested on it because it's not on Binance, and I'm going to figure out a way, right? There's a platform, it's called, in a coin, it's called Steam It, right? Basically what this platform does, it's a place where you can put your content, video, blogs, and then also your comments on the content and the things you can get paid for not only posting a comment, you can get paid for popular comments that you're watching videos, upvoting videos. You get paid for your participation in this. And this is just them making a platform where you can get paid to watch. You can get paid better to make videos. You can get paid better to write blogs. So I can explain that to you quickly. You can understand that, right? The basic understanding of it, right? There's another one I'm studying. It's called 10X that I've had my eyes on. There's a 30-second video on, you go to 10X, they have a YouTube page. They have a 30-second video to show you in 30 seconds how the coin works and what it does. You understand? So when I looked at that, I started looking into 10X. I've really been interested in Steam It, which I need to get on that because I really want to be invested in that and on the site. And I've thought about it. I was like, damn, man, I don't even know what the hell Tron does. And then I'm like, all right, well, everybody was talking about Tron. Let me ask. I'm asking people, okay, what is Tron? What does Tron do? How does it work? People don't even know. They're like, I don't know. And then I'm like looking up videos and I'm like looking up things and it's like really difficult to understand. Now, like I said, from what I was able to gather, is basically they're trying to, it's like similar to what I explained with Steam, except it's like distributing and selling different content that creators might make, like music, different things like that. But even to this moment, I don't really understand it. But I have like a position in it that's not like no money. It ain't like it was $50. I'm gonna just say that, you know what I mean? And I was like, look, as far as like Bitcoin has been here for years, right? Ethereum, people are pretty clear on what the position, like what the functional use and the ability to understand that there can be a long-term hold and future goal, okay, and a practical use for these coins. And I pretty much made that decision when I realized that. And the Leverage coin, don't even ask, I have no clue, right? But I got a position in it. And I was like, look, at this point, and I read an article too. There was a dude, he described it. He said, he called altcoins, he said it's he called it a penny stock casino, basically. And when I looked at my mentality and how I was doing it, when I looked at other people's lack of an understanding of the long-term practical use and even the actual use of these coins, I came to the same conclusion. And I said, listen, no longer will I have a long hold on altcoins. With the exception of Ethereum, I'm definitely long on Ethereum and I'm still long on Ripple. But like if I can't understand how it works and see the practical use of it, and it doesn't make sense, a lot of these coins might not even be here for you to be long on. So I mean, like the change that I made, I was like, listen, as far as altcoins, other than non-coin based altcoins, I'm treating those with a trader mentality. And again, I explained the first one. Investor, long-term investor is usually you buy to hold, and over time you wait and see, what things do, because you do your research and you make a commitment. And you say, listen, I want to invest in this over time. And then trader's mentality is, look, hey, I'm just looking at the numbers and I'm trying to buy low, sell high real quick and do that. I'm constantly watching it. And as far as for those, I'm like, look, I got on Tron, it went up 50%. That's a quick flip, bang, I'm out of there. You know what I'm saying? I got on, I bought into Ripple, or not, I would have stayed on Ripple. But I'm just saying, like, I'm going to treat altcoins in that way. That's one thing I looked at. I definitely looked at how I had half of, like I told you, I had more than double my money. And I took some out and I was just like, look, it can only go up so long without eventually, of course it's going to drop. And I know this, but it's like you have to take some profits. And this is me talking to myself. You got to take some profits at some time. You know what I mean? Because I posted earlier, I was about, because I want to buy a camera. And I was about to buy a camera with my profits. And then as soon as I go, I'm like, dang, I'm kind of waiting, trying to make the right decision. The next thing I know, it drops so drastically. I was up about 125%. Now it's recovering a bit now. I'm actually up about 25, and I haven't checked. It's probably like 30%. I'm probably up, but you got to think I was up 100% more. It literally dropped everything. The whole market dropped. And I was just like, dang, man, it just made me think. I'm like, man, first of all, those altcoins, because when I came to that realization about the altcoins, I was like, look, I was still positive on my positions. I could have just took them out or moved them into Bitcoin or Ethereum, but I didn't. Now I'm down like 50% on the altcoins, and I'm like, man, just take some profits. If you're up crazy like that, just take some profits, chill, start over. At least that's, kind of what I'm looking at. And that's really it. As far as where I'm at now, I was negative. But the markets came back up, so I'm good. I'm positive again. I was up a whole lot, so I'm positive again. And my whole thing is, even when I was real negative, it was real hard to do, because it's hard to go and see you literally lose that much money. It sounds like nothing, but when you really lose that much money and everybody's like, oh, no, don't worry about it, just hold. You like, shit, I done lost all kind of money. You know what I mean? But from my assessment of it, I'm like, listen, I'm going to hold, and the key, another thing, if you listen to my first video, I told you, don't put nothing in there you can't lose. You know what I mean? Don't put nothing in there that you can't lose. Listen, I'm still going to save money this month. I'm good. I can pay all of my bills without having to dig into that money. And I got some money, I ain't going to lie. I got something that's a significant amount of money for me. But, that's the real key. He said you ain't messing with Forex. Forex was too slow for me. I felt like I had to be on it too much, and then it just didn't interest me. You know what I mean? Like I probably will mess with stocks more so than I mess with Forex. I probably will mess with stocks more so, because my stock portfolio, which is pretty small, but my stock portfolio is up. It definitely went up a lot when Trump came in, so now I don't really mess with Forex. But let me see. But yeah, so yeah, like I said, that was really all though. I'm gonna hold, you know what I mean? And really, like I said, people kind of ask like, what do you think to do? It's like, it's up to you, man, what you want to do. And you just got to kind of look at making sure, if you didn't have too much in there, if you were careful with how you invested, if you got in, if you just got in, it's ugly for you. Because I've been in since the 2nd of November, and I was able to get up to, if it comes down, I'm not down that bad, and right now I'm still up. But if you just got in, you kind of probably should have played it light, you know what I'm saying? And if you didn't, lesson learned. But I would hold if I was you. I think it'll come back eventually. The whole market is dropping. People are saying it's because of well, you got a couple things, the Chinese New Year, and then you got buzz in the rumors that the South Korea may drop they may regulate the exchanges and kind of slow things down, make it tougher for them. And the Asian market is a very large percentage of the market. So people are like, listen, if we lose the Asian market, or we lose that much of the market cap, that's going to impact prices. So a lot of people got kind of shook up over that. But like I said, I'm a hold. I'm in it, man. I'm in it too. And it depends what you're in it for too. I told you before, 10-20% is usually good. To be up 100 and something +%, you know what I mean? That's you can't be really too mad at that. And for me to go down and be losing for a little bit, but now I'm back up where I'm up, like, I can't really be mad. I'm in it to I'm trying to just flip my money. It's better. Listen, all of this, and then this is the last thing I'm gonna say. All of this, let's even say, because when I planned to do this video early when I was at work, I was actually down. Now I'm back up. But let's say I was even down. It's like, because you got people like, oh, see, we told you. It's like, dude, even if I was down a little bit, all the things that I've learned just from having money and skin in the game and being engaged, all the things that I've learned, the little trading tactics, all the different terminology I've learned, all the different, the people I've observed, like these is people trying to get things done, learning, just building, you know what I mean? These are the kind of spaces that you want to be in, man. And you don't even have to have too significant of a position. I have a very significant amount of my savings in crypto right now. But you don't have to do that. You understand what I'm saying? But you still should be engaged. Anytime there's something new, like when I listen to older people and they talk about, like, man, like it's a businessman that I know. He made it through. He lived basically through the .com bubble. He was one of the first people with kind of like a quasi social media before Facebook and MySpace and all these things came out. Him being there, being engaged, being in the middle of that, it prepares you for the next whatever is going to happen in 5, 7, 10 years. You understand what I'm saying? You need to be here in these dark areas people are scared to go to, where you can't get on Binance, but you figure it out. You need to be in those areas, man. Even you need to, don't shy away like, oh, that's all that new, technology. No. Don't be behind. Be the one that's in. Be in it. Be in on it. But if not, at least be up on it. You know what I mean? Don't be the one. Don't be the person that don't know nothing. Talking about you're happy. Oh, you know niggas don't know nothing about that. You know what I mean? Nah. Don't be that person. Be the person that's in. Be the person that's up on it. Because even if I lost money, I still would have looked at it like a game because I learned something. You know what I mean? And then in the future, if I need to do something like that, in the future, if I need to do something like that, look, I'm a little bit stronger and I know something a little better. And in the end of the day, I'm trying to come up, I'm in it to win it, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's really it, man. Anybody got no other questions or nothing? You messing around, Alazar? I never seen you post nothing. I don't know if you in it. I be seeing you peeking and looking at the information, but I don't know if you in it. Did I miss anything? Noir Gente, he said, if they can guarantee and pay the return they guarantee, that means they are making at least twice as much money as you. Find out how. Yeah, that's a good point. I remember when last thing on that, he said Forex maybe. Yeah, Forex is good. I mean, and you could look at just the regular old stock market, like you could look at the regular stock market, and then you could look at like bigger companies, because like the way you wake up and half of your portfolio is going, like you're 125% up and you wake up and you're negative, that kind of thing is not going to happen if you just invest in regular stocks. That's some cryptocurrency crazy. This is a very volatile market, and it's like they like, oh, see, your stuff could just drop. I'm like, bro, you taking more of a chance than that, to be honest with you. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it makes sense to be skeptical, because I'm like, bro, they got like, these exchanges can be hacked. You could wake up and everything could be gone. You know what I'm saying? So people are talking like, yeah, you could wake up and it could be hacked. This has happened. Like there's been big hacks where it's like some bigger accounts got hacked, and they said, listen, instead of just taking it away from these bigger people that got hacked, we're going to take 30% from everybody. You understand? So it's like, bruh, yeah, they ain't no joke. Like, for instance, on Coinbase, if you have, like, because they upgraded my account or whatever, I don't know if they did for everybody, to where I can hold cash in there, right? If I hold my cash in there, the cash you hold in there is FDIC insured. So if something happens, and it's good. I kind of want to have that cash in there. That way, if I want to make a quick move, I don't have to wait forever for the transfer to go, right? But if I lose the cash that's in there, it's FDIC insured, which means federally covered there. I'm going to get it back. But if but that crypto in there is not FDIC insured. You lose crypto, man, you might just be done. You might just be screwed. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that crypto ain't no joke, man. I be telling you, don't put nothing in you can't lose. Just hold a small position in it. I say get in the game a little bit, but if you ain't feeling it, don't do it. You know what I mean? Learn, just go into regular stocks, I would say. Or just put your bread into a mutual fund. That's what I would say. But yeah, man, I'm going to get up out of here. I got a call I got to make right now. 6, so I'll let y'all. Peace.